welcome back. In today's video I'm going to show you a charity shop haul that I've got. Not loads, but nice stuff. Best charity shop I've ever been to. Absolutely amazing. I'm also going to show you my bathroom, how I've decorated it, how I've designed it, which is sort of shabby chic country cottage style, which I'll take you to. I'm also going to show you how I'm going to upcycle a couple of items that I've got from the charity shop. So stay with me and I'll show you how. This has to be the most amazing charity shop that I've been to this morning. It was spectacular. It's in Rochester in Kent, and it was just amazing. And the way they've got it designed in there, someone is obviously a designer that's done that. But one thing that happened to me was, as I was going in, a woman was taking a trolley of stuff in with her, and she dropped this straw hat. And I love straw hats, not to wear, to hang around, decorate my home with. So I stopped and I said, could I buy that off of you? And she said, I don't know how I was going to buy it because I didn't have any cash on me anyway, but I didn't think of that at the time. So she said, oh, you can have it. It was my husband's. He died last year. And she said, if you really, really love it, you can have it. I didn't feel too bad because I had two great big bags of old clothes to take into the charity shop. So I was donating anyway. But here's the hat. I feel really guilty now I know her story. But she said, oh, I lost my husband last year. And I said, I lost my partner last year. And she ended up crying. We both cried. We both hugged each other. It was actually meant to be. You know, sometimes these things in life happen for a reason. And I really love this hat. So that is going to be hung somewhere. Not sure where, but I'll always think of the woman. I did give her the name to my channel. Her name is Dot. If you're watching, Dot, thank you. You're such a lovely lady. Anyway, so that is going to be hung on the wall. Then I'll show you the boring stuff first. I bought myself, because I've lost a lot of weight, I've had to throw all my clothes out and I've got nothing to wear. So I bought myself a pair of shorts, Marks and Spencer's. They were a £5. Lovely lining, absolutely beautiful. I don't want to spend a lot of money on clothes because my weight's still going down. So what I'm buying now, I'm not going to be in long. I also bought, which I can't believe, I bought a pair of Levi's. Pair of Levi's, and they are like brand new. They fit me absolutely perfectly. I did try them on when I was there, and they were 12 quid. 12 quid for a pair of Levi's that you can see they've never been worn. I've also just noticed that someone has actually taken the back of them in, which I'm quite happy with because they fit me perfectly. So I got those. Then I picked up, I can't believe I got these two doorknobs. If you can see, I think they're absolutely beautiful. I think they're for cupboards or drawers. £1.50 each. I've got no idea where I'm going to put them, but they're a little bit Alice in Wonderland, I think, which I love. So I've got a few ideas, but I will find somewhere to put these. I wasn't going to walk past those. They are absolutely beautiful. Then I picked up this white jug, which I'm going to decoupage, which I'm going to show you shortly, with napkins, Mod Podge. I'm going to decorate it. Excuse my dogs, they're having a run around. That was £3.50. I think it's lovely as china. It's not old, but it's plain and it's nice, so it's easy to decorate. Then I bought this one, this jug. It's tin, £4, which I'm gonna make a bit different because the colour's not right and it's too silvery. I don't really like silver. I know it's whitey, but it's silver. So I'm gonna do something with that, which I'll show you in a minute. But lovely for flowers. I love flowers. I've bought some flowers while I was out, and excuse the hair, I got caught in the rain. I've bought some flowers when I'm out, so I'm going to decorate them, fill them with water, put some flowers in. I hope that doesn't leak. I'll try it first, but it does. So yeah, I've done really well, really well. So let me show you how I'm going to upcycle them. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is get napkins and find some with patterns on that you like. Now you've got to separate them. They're made up of 3 layers and you've got to just use the pattern. It's just 1 layer, so you have to separate them. I find it better to rip first, and I find it better to separate them before you start moving the pattern out with your fingers. I had this ready, I've got to say, before I videoed it, because that's the hardest part, is just trying to get them separated. As I say, there's 3 layers, so always check that you've got only 1 layer that you're going to be using, or it's too thick, it doesn't blend in, it doesn't look part of the surface that you're putting it on. So that's the first thing. Right, don't use scissors on this because you can't have any sharp lines. They have to be sort of ragged lines. But what I do is I go around the pattern and I just tear it. If there's an edge, I just tear away at the edge. And I just go around the pattern and I just take patterns out of it. But they all have to be ragged edges. Obviously I'm doing a jug, so it's not a big space and I want to build it up. So whatever I'm taking out now, I will sort of cut down, like there's some leaves there. So I'll just take them leaves off because then I can patch it and make my own design, which is what I did on my bedroom wall and on the little chair that I decorated. So this is, a lot of people find this therapeutic. I find it really boring. I think this is the worst part of it. But don't go and do loads and loads of napkins, because you find that 1 napkin goes a long way and you probably won't use all of it.
Anywhere, anyway, baby, just name the time. When I'ma come through, girl, you got me cruising under moonlight. Top down, playing new sounds while the wind blows over it. Checking my maps, heading a stack, keep it intact. Do me a favor, girl. Can you keep it warm for me, keep it on for me like a shower? I need it to run for me, hold it down till I'm pulling up. I finally made it, girl. And I'm at the door, see you walking up to me, and you got something that's showing what's underneath. Still you expect me to make it through pleasantries, baby, I'm yours. Love what you got on, but I want it all for you. We can play a song while I'm holding on to you. Rubbing in the hallway, no use for all the room. So what you wanna do? And she told me, she said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no. She said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no. We could catch a vibe here on this trip. I'm in your soul, you're on my head. I want you at my fingertips all night, all night. Love what you got on, but I want it all for you. We can play a song while I'm holding on to you. Rubbing in the hallway, no use for all the room. So what you wanna do? And she told me, she said it's all for you. I did it all for you. Baby, it's all for you. No, no, no.
Do you ever stop and think what your life would be like if things had been different? That person that you met, if you had spoken to them more or didn't end a relationship, what would have happened? What would have become of it? Or if you had said something differently, what would the outcome have been? I think we can all reflect on things of the past and opportunities that were thrown our way that maybe we didn't take, and maybe our life would have turned out differently if we had taken them. And I think life is about crossroads. You come to different crossroads in your life and you have to make the decision of which way to go. And we would never know if we've taken the right path or not. But I'm a strong believer that it's mapped out for us, and everything that happens to us is a lesson in life. We learn from our experiences, and the people that we meet along the way, I believe we meet everybody for a reason. Whether we know at the time what the reason is, some people stay, some people are only in our lives for a short time, but I think that everyone has a message for us. And years later we might look back and say, I learnt something from that person. Maybe it was someone that didn't treat you properly, and it was just testing your strength. Lots of different reasons. And I think as you get older you can look back and assess it. You can assess the things you did and were they the right paths. But they were the right paths. They were the paths that were meant to be. I've had a couple of days where I've actually been very low, and I've woken up in the mornings very low, and I've had to sort of scramble about to find something positive, something to uplift me. And it's been quite hard the last couple of days. And if I compare to this time last year, where I was getting up and I actually wanted to press the self-destruct button, I'm not there now. So I have to compare to how far I've come, and that gets me through. But I did pick up. I got up and I was positive, and I took myself out to the charity shop and threw myself into different things, and I've actually pulled myself back out of that. but it's always the mornings that we wake up and we assess how we feel and what mood we're in. So I think I won the battle of that one today, and I do feel a lot better. And I think I haven't been sleeping either, so not sleeping does bring you down. But one thing that I have found that gets me through is we often look back at things that have happened to us in our life and feel sad and upset, and it's a little bit woe me, and we all do it. But why don't we ever look at the good things that have happened in our lives, the times when we've laughed and the times we've had so much fun? And what I tend to do is I think of things that have happened that have made me really laugh, like embarrassing moments. Let me know some of your embarrassing moments in the comments, and it uplifts everyone when we read them. I'll tell you I've got loads of embarrassing moments, which I will tell you along the way, but one that sticks in my mind, that was the funniest ever. Many years ago, I went to a festival with a boyfriend, and we had a little tent. It was a music festival, and we pitched the tent, and it was really a lovely hot weekend, and we got up in the morning, we got dressed, and we put our shorts on because it was so hot, and we wandered about, and there was a band playing, and so we stood listening to the music, and it was lovely, and I sat on the grass and he stood next to me, and we were listening, and I started rubbing his leg, and I was rubbing up his leg, and he had shorts on, and I thought it was really funny to go up inside his shorts quite high. Anyway, he didn't move and was enjoying the music, and then suddenly I saw him coming towards me with 2 ice creams, going, surprise! It certainly was, especially for the man that I didn't know standing next to me. And that makes me laugh so much. And on that note, I hope that's what made you all smile. I'm going to sleep now. So until next time, good night.